Hey everybody, happy Saturday. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. This is a look ahead to the Flyers and Blue Jackets. Well, if the Flyers came out like they did yesterday, it's going to be a very quickly ugly game against the Columbus Blue Jackets because they played terrible yesterday, turned the puck over in the neutral zone, and could not get through the neutral zone for the first half of the first period, and then through most of the second period, we played very sloppy, shot the puck into guys' skates, which led the other team on transition in the other direction, made bad decisions on passes, shots, and also, if it wasn't for Brian Elliott, we would have got even killed more than we did. If we look at some of the statistics for periods of that game, overall, if you look at them at the end, they're pretty close. But if we look at periods of the game, like how the announcers were saying in the second period and stuff, Buffalo had more high quality chances than us, and you shouldn't give a team like Buffalo more high quality chances than you. But the Flyers also had good chances in those first two periods, like they said during the intermission breaks each time, and just couldn't capitalize on them. So that's the big key. You have to capitalize on chances against a goalie like Lehner and not let him really make some nice saves against you when realistically, it's not every team we play with we can easily say Brian Elliott's by far the better goaltender, but he is by far the better goaltender against Robin Lehner because Robin Lehner's numbers are terrible this year. Granted, he doesn't get a lot of scoring for him, but typically, if you get a lot of pucks in front of the net, you can score on him, and that wasn't the case for the Flyers. They waited too long and too little too late, scored in the end. But anyway, today they got Columbus at 7 o'clock, which is in Columbus, so they got to travel all the way from Buffalo to Columbus, so it'll be tired. Columbus did not play a game yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. They did not. So they'll be rested up. It's also expected to be Alex Lyon starting. We come in 15-13-7. They come in 21-13-2. And obviously, it's going to be a very tough game if Alex Lyon is the one that gets the nod, because your first start shouldn't really be in Columbus against a very good Blue Jackets team. If I were the Flyers, I would definitely at least put Elliott in to start, even because if he's tired, then you'll see it and they'll score maybe an early crappy goal and take him out. Because if you put Lyon in, you might end up having to put Elliott in short order anyway, because not that Alex Lyon can't be a backup in the league, but it's just thinking about it in perspective of Columbus is one of the best teams in our division. Do we really want to put Alex Lyon's first start on the road against one of the best teams in our division? That's really what we need to think about. And then on the other side, we have to think about, is Brian Elliott in good enough? Is he feeling good enough, basically, to go tonight after facing so many shots yesterday, which was supposed to be the determining factor? We didn't think he would face as much of an onslaught against a Sabres team, which is even what the coaches and everyone said leading up. Like, that would be the determining factor, but they didn't seem too concerned. Then our defense sucked yesterday, so he faced a lot more than we thought. And now that really hurts what our plan would be for today in the goaltending aspect. And it also hurts what our plan would be for today. And yesterday was supposed to be the game we take. This will be the steal game. Now, Buffalo took the game at their house against us that we should have won if we came out stronger and didn't play one of their sloppiest games we played this month. And now this needs to be the game you take so you don't go into the break losing two straight and you go into the break with 1-1 in your last two. So the Flyers as a whole made it a lot tougher on themselves, and that's going to be a pain tonight because we don't typically even play Columbus great. We play them decent, and now we have to come out really strong and play Columbus really well. Now, in our last 10, we're 7-3. In the last 10, Columbus is 4-5-1. So they are a little bit shaky in the last 10. So if you can come out aggressive, win one-on-one battles, win on the forechecking, win when you battle someone up against the corner and steal the puck from them, block a lot of shots, stuff like that we didn't do yesterday against Columbus, we could win this game, but we have to come out strong and play the hockey we played before yesterday's game against the Sabres, because if we play any part of the game like we played against the Sabres, Columbus has great offensive players, and that's just going to come back to bite us really quickly. Now, our former goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky, 17-10-2 with a 2.41 and a 920 save percentage and 4 shutouts this season. So again, he's having a good year, which is typical for him at this point, and you wouldn't expect anything less. And if we look at the season series last year, the Flyers won 1, lost 2, and went into overtime in one game against Columbus. The all-time record were 10-10-8 against Columbus, so pretty much even. The leading scores for each team are 42 points for Voracek, 8 goals and 34 assists, 30 points for Panarin for 8 goals and 22 assists, and the Blue Jackets dropped 3 of their last 4 games, but are one of the best home teams in hockey with a 13-6-0 mark, and they're only 8-7-2 on the road. So you really have to play Columbus extraordinary at home in order to beat them, which means we have to play them 10 times better than we played Buffalo in Buffalo yesterday. Otherwise, this is not going to be a good game for the Flyers. And if Alex Lyon's starting, it's not going to be a good game for him, because if we play like we did on defense yesterday with a rookie goaltender in his first start, that's just going to be pretty much hell really quickly, and everything's just going to go downhill in the snap of a finger. So they really have to come out strong tonight and play a great game and really play very well against this team. If we look at the second leading scorer for Columbus is Borkstrat, who has on the season a +10 rating with 6 goals and 16 assists. Then, of course, the second leading scorer for the Flyers is Giroux, who now has 41 points, with Voracek's 44. And then our third is Couturier with 31. Our leading defenseman is obviously Ghost with 27 points, whereas their leading defenseman is Seth Jones with 20 points. So this is a game that the Flyers just need to come out, hit a lot, block a lot of shots, win a lot of one-on-one battles, win a lot of forechecking, in order to get in Columbus's heads early and really make them kind of not go into a panic mode, but really struggle at home to start the game, which is something they're not accustomed to this year. Because when you can get teams out of their comfort level, you can win games. And getting them out of their comfort level in this game is making them feel like we have the upper edge early in their house, because they haven't felt that much this year. Well, this has been a look ahead to the Blue Jackets and Flyers. It's at 7 o'clock tonight. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. Enjoy your holiday weekend, everybody. Peace.